Now I want to talk about prompt caching, because if you don't understand how it works, then you're losing your money. Or tokens, that's basically the same. So imagine you write your plan with Opus, and then you decide to change a model mid-session for the implementation, because you think it will be cheaper. But it's the opposite. You just make your next message cost 10 times more. And it's not because of the model's price difference. That's a separate story. It's because you just threw away your prompt caching, and Claude now has to read the entire conversation from scratch, and you pay for it. And there are a few habits like this that people keep doing every day. And in this video I'm going to show you the full list of them and how to fix it. But first, let me explain what prompt caching actually is. Claude bills you by the token, roughly 3/4 of a word each. You pay for tokens going in and tokens coming out. And there is a fact that everything else rests on. The model does not remember your conversation. Every time you hit enter, the entire thing gets resent from scratch. System instructions, project files, every message, every tool result, and your new messages at the end. So 20 messages in the session, you're not paying for one short question. You're paying for 20 messages plus that question. So the context is not the storage you fill up once. It's something that you buy on every single turn. And prompt caching makes all this resending affordable. The API looks at the beginning of your request, the prefix, and checks if it processed the exact content recently. If it does not do the work again. It just reads it from cache. And the cache tokens cost about 10% of a normal input. So that's a 90% discount on the unchanged part of the every message you send. And in Claude Code, it's on automatically. There is nothing to configure. But there is a small write cost. Putting something into cache will cost you about 1.25 times of normal input. But it pays itself on a single reuse. So it's essentially always worth it. So you may ask, what's the problem then if it's already on? Yes, that's true, you don't need to turn it on yourself. But you can very easily destroy it. So what destroys the cache? The match is exact and it runs from the start of the request forwards. And the moment your request differs from the cached one, everything from that point gets processed for full price. And Claude Code is smart enough to stack every request most stable first. Layer 1, system prompt and tools definition. Layer 2, project context, your claude.md file and your memory. And layer 3 is the conversation itself. A new content appends to the bottom, so the normal turn just invalidates the tail. But touch the layer 1 and everything below that goes away. So here is a list of the things you should avoid if you don't want to erase your cached prompts. And the first is switching models mid-session, as I already mentioned in the beginning. Every model keeps its own cache. Change Sonnet to Opus halfway and it rereads the whole conversation with zero cache. And changing the effort works the same way. Effort is a part of a cache key, same as model. And Claude even warns you if you want to switch it mid-conversation, because it knows what it costs. Turning on fast mode breaks your cache too. Enabling it at the start of the session is cheap, but 2 hours later, it's not. And connecting and disconnecting your MCP server destroys your cache too. MCP tools are in the layer 1. Change them and the whole thing rebuilds. And same with enabling a plugin that ships MCP server. And another one, compacting your conversation. By design, compacting replaces your history, so the conversation layer is a brand new. That's not a surprise, but you just need to keep that in mind. And the last, upgrading your Claude Code. New version, new system prompt. So resuming a long session after the upgrade could be a very expensive thing to do. And the fun one, Editing your Claude.md mid-session does not break the cache, but also it does not have any effect on your session, because Claude reads it only once, in the beginning of the session. So your edits will load only on the next clear, compact or restart. And another important thing is time. Cache expires too. There are two lifetimes, 1 hour and 5 minutes. On a Claude subscription, your cache will expire in 1 hour. So if you go to lunch and then come back to the same session, it will be a cold cache. And on the API key, the default is 5 minutes. Every cache hit resets the timer, so the active session stays warm indefinitely. But step away for long enough and the next message will reprocess everything. So slow response after a break is not just in your imagination. That's a cache miss. And there are 4 practical rules that help you to keep your prompt cache healthy. First, pick the model and the effort at the start of the session. Choose and then commit. Second, connect all the MCP servers you need before you begin. And don't forget to turn off the ones that you don't need. The third rule, compacted task boundaries, not the mid-task. And the last rule, check your hit rate. And this one needs a little bit more explanation. There are 2 numbers that tell you if your cache works. Cache read tokens versus cache creation tokens. High reads, low creation turn after turn means you're healthy. But if creation stays high every single turn, then something in your prefix keeps changing. And that's it for prompt cache. And if it was useful for you, don't forget to hit subscribe and like my video. That will help with the algorithm.